making her star. She knows all the great fashion trending in town. When it comes to time, that's not how. She's very wise and intelligent, knows what she wants, so subscribe.
Which you know. But the most very one and only. That is my kind of person. If I'm dating you, I will date you.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. If this is your first time, you are welcome. If you have been watching but you're still contemplating whether you should subscribe or not, what are you waiting for? Please click the subscribe button down below and turn on the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I upload a video. To all my old time subscribers, new time subscribers, thank you so much for your support, you guys. I really appreciate your support. I made a video before this one, literally just explaining why I've been away. The world is changing as we know it. If you really have time, you can, sit back, watch that video. When you're walking, just listen to it. The voice that you hear in the beginning, before I started doing my intro, was actress Yinka Solomon, popularly known as Ogomushin, or she called herself Ogomushin, through one of our movies. Anyway, guys, I don't want to take much of your time. This has been in the pipeline for the past few weeks, but due to the tension going on around, it's more or less like the world is not settled right now. Like everything in the Bible or in the holy books, or even in some books I read lately, is really coming to pass, and I might a little bit change my content to cover things that I would never cover before, because as we know it now, everything is politicized. Anyway, you guys, Gisova posted this thing. I think I've made a video about this. If I find the video, I'm going to post it under this video so that you guys can see. Gisova made this video about Yinka Solomon. If you don't know who Yinka Solomon is, like I said, she's called Ogomushin. Just check Yinka Solomon on Instagram. She's not a very popular actress, but if you're Yoruba or you watch Yoruba movie, you might have come across her. So this lady got married in 2021, I believe. However, around the time that she was getting married, Gisova came out with a story that this lady was dating MC Oluomo, and this was the story. You guys, I'm not really going to how do I put it? I will just be showing the excerpts, things, all the excerpts. However, the beginning of the video, you are listening to a video. I will let you listen to the video once again. And that's Yinka Solomon speaking to someone that, another Nollywood actress, Omovisi. I think her name is Miriam Mustafaldin or something like that. She's popularly known as Omovisi anyway. So this lady gave birth to MC Oluomo, but she used to be Yinka Solomon friend, I believe. But according to the story, MC Oluomo asked Yinka Solomon to give her Omo. I believe that's why Yinka Solomon and MC Oluomo understand each other. If you don't know who MC Oluomo is, in Nigerian, even BBC have done a documentary about MC Oluomo before. He's #1 agbero in Nigeria and is a very popular man. So apparently during the process of doing the one night stand, that's what they do when he's dating one actress. The other actress that he's dating will be taking the other actresses there. I think they collect money. They call it pim. So I think that's what he is. And this Omovisi got pregnant for MC, and Yinka Solomon is not having it. So now with this audio, I understand why she's not having that, because apparently she was meant to get married to MC Oluomo before she eventually got married to Dama Binuri, the vet in America. This guy live in America, already adopted all his 3 kids from 2 kids from 2 different baby daddy. So this guy is one of the good ones anyway. So listen to the full audio of this thing. I want to play the full audio. Okay. Sorry, you guys. I'm trying to play the audio so that you guys can Just listen to the audio. I don't know why it's not.
This money. I was meant to get married to Oluomo. Forget about any fucking thing, anybody. Me and Oluomo, we had so many things together. Despite that, I have never posted or flaunted it before in my life. So, but there's so many I want to unshare. I told them what family to me, because we want shit or boy, you or what any company to share now. That was not our agreement. So, almost that way, you're thinking everything, one challenge, everything, and you still expect, ma'am, money integrity, which you know. I don't say, yeah, you know, one and only. That is my kind of person. If I'm dating you, I will date you with
Anyway, guys, sorry that I'm laughing. You know why I'm laughing? She said money integrity be mo ṣe fẹ́ mato. That's why Poniya ole. Like nobody, like if I'm dating you alone or something like that. But whatever this guy is saying, I don't think she understands the meaning of the English integrity. Because how can you claim you have an integrity and you are dating someone else's husband? Sorry, you guys. I just have to laugh. That makes me. That's so funny. I'm telling you, it's really, really funny. Because I'm thinking to myself, she's claiming that she's got integrity. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I don't know why it's. Seriously, I can't with this. I can't with this girl. Seriously. So what now happened is that I think the family of the new husband, I think they were the one that messaged Chisova. Sorry about that. I don't know why this thing keep going off. Let me just mute the audio. So I think the family of this new guy that he was dating, they eventually reached out to Chisova, literally saying that when they were doing campaign. Okay, you guys, I don't know what is wrong with my computer. I don't know what is wrong with the computer.
Before Allah bless me, she don't allow to know. She knows something about that. I am advising you as a mistake, as a friend, and be sure that if you are my friend, you will not call me. You will not call me 2 weeks before wedding and tell me that. What and take it from doing artist for you. No, shame on talking to me. You need to suffer me. When you called me then, but I don't want to get.
So now, if you really understand the content of their conversation there, it sounds like Yinka doesn't want her to repeat whatever they talked about concerning the discussion. I'm just gonna see if I can play the last audio. The part that actually got me was when she was claiming that she's got an integrity. You can see the way I laughed. It's really funny to me. Like, how can you claim you have an integrity, yet you're dating someone else's? It's not even MC Oluomo, because with MC Oluomo, I know MC Oluomo has got I don't know how many wives are home, but I know he's got two that I've seen that live with him. But I know he has multiple baby mama. I'm telling you, I know he has multiple. So this girl doesn't really mind to go in there and, just become the third or whatever she wants to become. So anyway, long story short, the Yinka, the husband, they said the family of the husband, they eventually now realized that Okay, let me just put this on the screen for you guys. I'm gonna go ahead, just put it on the screen. At the same time, I'm gonna explain it to you, but you can just pause it and read it. I don't know what happened, guys. Just actually deleted this thing on Instagram. I don't know what went wrong. I don't know if somebody threatened Gisova or someone said they would do something or whatever. But Gisova actually deleted this post, this particular Yinka story. And Queen, what's her name? Queen Ola, one of the Alafin's wife. Her story is still on there, but Yinka Solomon's story has been deleted from Gisova's Instagram. I'm not joking. I'm not lying. I went there. I want to use the story from there. I'm now like, what's going on? What's happening? Why is Yinka Solomon's story is no more here? So I guess maybe because of the family, maybe the husband told them he's going to cut them off if they don't cut it off now, if they don't stop, putting all his business out there. Because the way Gisova was going, it was as if the family believed that Yinka Solomon has done something to the man. I don't think so. Sometimes all these American London living guys, they want to come to Nigeria, come into politics. They know what they are getting into, but because of what they are trying to achieve from dating all these celebrities, they will do it no matter what. You get what I'm saying? They will still, they will go ahead and still, be with them. At the same time, when everything became clear, that is when they will just be like, oh, like, typical example is Nkechi Blessing and the Hex, if you remember who I'm talking about. So anyway, this is the continuation of the story. If you can read it, but what Gisova is saying is that, just the story I told you before, that MC Oluomo has been dating this girl. What the part I'm really focused on is it's been established that they are dating. Even at some point, Yinka Solomon was telling this Miriam, a friend, that if blog is talking about you like that, you don't need to respond. You don't need to say anything. All you have to do is just pretend as if you're not the one they are talking to. See if you can just pause this and read it. Just pause and read it. So that's everything. Yinka in charge of money, Mushin, everything. How Oluomo put her in charge, how Yinka is like, and she said it as well. Like, people, she might not be posting Oluomo. People might not know that they are dating, but she's really top shot in his hand until Eyi Gozie Egbobo. If you know that one, where they change husband every 3 market day, until that one came into the picture, and before you know it, gist of her came that the Mabinuri families, they started hearing gist of Yinka, like that she's going from one hotel to the other. And that was after the wedding. I'm telling you, this is after the wedding. And at some point, even the friend accused her of still doing all of these things. So if you can pause all the story, all the scenario, pause it. I'm going to show you the part 3. And this is the baby that Miriam Momovisi. This is Miriam Momovisi. If you don't know her, you might have seen her in movie before. That's the girl. And if you look at the baby, she's a replica of MC Oluomo. In fact, the baby is not even looking like MC now. The baby looks more like one of, all these MC Oluomo's girls in America. The baby look exactly like one of them, one called Taiwo, maybe one of the twins. The baby looks exactly like some of those girls, so I can tell. So it's heartbreaking that MC Oluomo, despite the way he's like a philanthropist to all these Nollywood celebrities, I'm putting all these things out. You can pause and read it. Is Gisova is a storyteller. Maybe he used to write story for Nollywood before. So, and at the end of the day, if you are not ready to get married, and I believe this to some certain extent, because what happened now is that is when Olori Ola Badirat, Queen Ola, Queen of your kingdom, that's how she came into the story. That's how Gisova exposed everything about them. I'm still going to try and make a video, not to, I might not even make it, but I will tell you what actually prompted Gisova to go mad on Queen Ola, even though I don't, despite that, I see the story of Queen Ola. I will see if I can talk a little bit about that. I don't want to make a separate video about it. I will see if I can actually add it. And if you are reading this, if you're pausing and reading on the screen right now, you can see where Badirat has mentioned that Badirat was mentioned that Badirat was dating MC Oluomo at some point. Badirat also stole MC Oluomo from one of the queen's phone number in Oyo, Queen Folashade or whatever. So when Badirat stole that number, they started dating. But by the time Queen Ola, was exposed to Lagos life, because Queen Ola's mom is also Nollywood actress who actually gave her to the king. She asked for it. Actually, the said Queen Ola asked for it because she used to be like a helper, helper in the palace, and she likes the life. She asked her mom, since her mom was dating Alafin as like a concubine, she eventually was given to Alafin. So she's young, she's vibrant, she know what is going on. She opened social media and she started posting herself, stuff like that, on the internet. And before you know it, she realized that one of the queen is dating MC Oluomo. They call that one Queen Folashade. They said Badira stole her number, and by the time Badira went to Lagos, Ojutila, before you know it, she started dating other people who are not really in good terms with MC Oluomo. That's how MC Oluomo cut her off. But why her name come into this conversation is simply because this over was talking about Yinka Ogomushin. That's her with her husband, the new husband that she got married to in 2021. So when Gisova was narrating the story, if you look at this story, Badirat, which is Queen Ola of your kingdom, came out of there simply because she was arrested by the DSS, because before late Oba Oyo died, there was a mandate on her passport that she can't travel, but she didn't know until she decided to go to Imura. That's when she was arrested by the DSS, which I think is rubbish, I don't get it. Why would you even do that? But obviously, by the time Gisela started explaining everything that she did, she stole Kabiesi gold, she stole money, she stole a lot of things from the palace, but Kabiesi also imprisoned her. So at the end of the day, she couldn't call MC Oluomo, but as at that time, Emilokon of Nigeria has already been selected. So the mom went to Olayinka, Mr. Onio praying for Emilokon of Nigeria to become the president. So by the time that happened, Queen Badirat couldn't go to MC Oluomo herself, couldn't call MC Oluomo. So eventually the mom went to Olayinka, and Olayinka was able to beg MC Oluomo to help them out with the situation. And he was able to help them with like 10 million, like I heard. Anyway, long story short, the story of this Omovisi is really sad as well, and I'm happy that she's getting back on her feet. I'm gonna go and show you stuff that she was, she actually called her friend out when her friend. I'm gonna go back to that later. I want to show you the stuff this lady was putting out when she fought with Yinka Solomon as at the time. Let me see if I can share it, sir. That's the lady, and that's her daughter. You can see the daughter doesn't even look like her. The daughter looks so much like MC Oluomo. So this is what had happened between them. They were fighting because obviously it was Yinka Solomon that blocked her literally told MC Oluomo that it wasn't MC Oluomo's kid. It was just someone that mentioned this, because when all this thing was going on, that this girl was calling this lady I'm referring to, Omovisi, when all of this thing was coming, I'm thinking, what's all this? You guys will be friends and you will fight with each other. The next thing, you are exposing each other. You can see she was literally talking about Yinka Solomon. See, she said you will never be happy again. So with what Gisova said, I'm just going to scroll past that. You can pause and read it. This is everything that Miriam posted. This Miriam is Omovisi. So she was really cussing her out around that time. That was 2021, like cussing this girl out. That was after she got married. I think 2022, last year. She was cussing her out on her page that she doesn't care. She will post. What I heard is that when she got pregnant, Solomon doesn't want to take the child because with what we know, Solomon has literally run through most of all these Yoruba Nollywood actresses. None of them actually give him any child or give birth to any child for him. So Yinka Solomon helped the situation by telling Solomon that he's not the owner of the child because this man is local. If not, you could have done a DNA and find out whether it's your child or it's not your child. And before you know it, he rejected the child, and they thought the girl has a lot of problem when she was given birth to. She was at the hospital. This girl doesn't have money to cater for the baby, and Solomon refused to actually help this Omovisi out. I'm not saying what she did is right, she did a bad thing. I don't, but still, you can't be friends with someone and because of a man, somebody that you already moved past, you already got married to someone else, you will still be, you will do this kind of thing to them, like make sure that their daughter are not taken care of. She's made a mistake. I don't see any reason why you're going to block her like that, especially when you know for certain, for sure, that the daughter belongs to this agbero head. Anyway, that's their story. So back to Ola now. So when Gisova was talking about this, I'm going to go back to, because Queen Ola, I know she's going to delete that because I know that thing is going to backfire. Because by the time Gisova posted the story about, by the time Gisova posted the story and mentioned Queen Ola, Queen Ola was mentioned in that story. And why she was mentioned, like I said, is because Yinka Solomon said she's going to fight her. The way she was, doing so many nasty stuff on social media to Eigoze that time. It was only Gisova that caught up to it, the way Yinka Solomon is throwing stones. She actually said it in one of the audio that she was speaking to Miriam, that it was that even if they are talking about you, all you have to do is just sing, dance on your page. And that one said, no, it's you that can do that. Me, I cannot do that. Me, I'm not really for that. So when Queen Ola was mentioned that she's dating Oluomo, she did this, she did that, MC cut her off, and it was Olayinka that actually begged, that the mom went to beg, and that one begged MC, and MC was able to, really help her out of the DSS at Imole. So long story short, I think she started back dating MC, and they said, Yinka Solomon get to know about it. Despite that Yinka Solomon is married, I believe her husband must have filed for her now and her kids to come to the US. This guy really loved her. So that was how Queen Ola too. She couldn't chill. She couldn't calm down. She eventually come under Gisova post, and what she did was like she left a comment. I'm going to post her comment now because I actually screenshot the comment. I screenshot the comment because I know she's going to delete that comment. As soon as Gisova, as soon as a lot of people were rallying around her, talking about, oh, you are a good person. Oh, it's good that you came on here to defend yourself. That is how people's name are ruined. That is how some people will just, put your name out there. They will say so many nasty things about you, but because celebrity cannot really say anything, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, this is what Queen Ola posted on Gisova's comment section when Gisova said that. So you can read that. So this is, she said like, oh, it's not a secret that personally she told people about it. That long story short, baby daddy calling Obalafin her baby daddy. He put restriction on international passport before he died. That she didn't know everything I explained to you. Just read through it. I'm just going to scroll through it. You can pause it because a lot of people doesn't know why this over actually was dragging her. Although in my own inner mind, I don't think it's really up to that because she just came there defending herself. She didn't actually say anything bad about Gisova, you understand. But as soon as I saw her comment, I know she will end up deleting it, especially when people started rallying around her, talking about her, how she's a good person, how they know what she went through. You know, all these Afghanistan, Turkestan, standing fan. The way that we even make Gisova is somebody that you will know Gisova gets angry easily. So she's, you know, people like that, when they are hungry, they show their hunger, but they calm down so easily. And you can see they are very, people like that are really loving. And when they forgive entirely. So before you know it, this one thing leads to another. I'm going to show you the entire of that message because I had to screenshot it. I know it's going to come to that she's going to delete the message. So this is the continuation of the message. Let me show you. I'm not going to be talking about it, but she literally explained everything that Gisova was saying, actually like confirming it, that that's what happened. But along the line, I think she even deny one. Yeah, she only denied the Kwam one that she never dated Kwam one. I had a video made that time as well. You know, Gisova actually painted her as, you know, she was described as this person that sleeps around a lot. That now led to her, you know, kind of jumped on this, decided to put this comment down on Gisova. This one came under Yinka Solomon and Miriam and the husbands, whatever. So, long story short, that's how Gisova started entire blog about her mother, all the story I was telling you in the beginning, how she was imprisoned. I mean, Queen Ola. I'm going to show you, but before I go ahead and show you that, after all this thing was happening, Yinka Solomon's husband, you know, you would think that this guy, this guy, is not going to say anything. You understand? Like, this guy would be like, hey, what is going on? Even me, I'm just praying for her. But at the end of the day, by the time this guy and both of them came out, you know, just say, this is what the guy said. I want to see if you can see what the guy said. The guy was even the one that's, you know, saying that the guy reacted and literally said that that he's actually urging his wife to shun criticism. Let me see if I can make this big. Can you see? He said that he urged his wife to kind of shun criticism and look away. And the wife actually come back and said, you know, she's not thinking about it. So at the end of the day, who are you to actually say that? One thing I know about their marriage is that it's on code red already. You might look like, oh, it's nice, it's fine. I give them some years. It's not going to last. I'm not cursing them. Seriously, it's not going to. Except if this Olayinka Solomon is ready to put in the work. Because somebody that got married and still shagging the one that she was supposed to get married to, because that's who she really wanted. She's still going back and doing that. Her first child came from Ibrahim Chata. The second child, someone in the comment section said that it was one Igbo guy. So I don't know how many kids she has, but I know the two that I've heard about is two different baby daddies. And now she was saying she's going to marry MC Oluomo, but obviously since she couldn't get that, she married this Bolo guy who thinks that, oh, they should shun criticism. Aṣẹ́wó tó ṣe wedding, all vacation. On vacation, if you don't understand what I'm saying, if it simply means that if you don't know what I'm saying, I'm literally saying that, you know, there is this Yoruba saying that a prostitute that get married, they are just on vacation, which means they will still go back to their normal way of life. So that's what I see about that, because even after all these the husband got verified on Instagram. So the husband is loving the popularity. He's gained a lot of followers when all of this thing is going on. So at the end of the day, that's his choice. He chooses to, You know, he chose that kind of life because he really loves it. He loves the attention. He loves all, because before you know it, all Olayinka Solomon's what do you call it? All Olayinka Solomon's followers, they started following him as well, and he loves the attention. So same thing as like I said, what's this girl's name? Nkechi Blessing. Anyway, guys, I'm all over the place. My plan was not to put all this video together, but since I'm going to make it long, I just decided to put it together. So long story short, this thing now, you know, it battered the story of Queen Ola simply because of that comments that Queen Ola left on the post of Yinka Solomon on Gistova, that Yinka Solomon is out to get Queen Ola. If it's me, I would have really kept quiet, because Gistova, in that process, Gistova said, oh, Queen Ola's story is not for today. So for Gistova to actually mention that, you should know that this Gistova doesn't just mention you briefly without nothing. That's how this entire thing comes out about her. It's a very long story, guys. It's a very long story. And it got to a stage, even though I see a lot of people saying that that's Queen Ola's mom. If you watch Yoruba movie, you will know this woman. You will know. In fact, the day this story came out, there was a movie that my husband played, and I saw the woman, and I told my husband, oh, that's the Queen Ola's mom. That is when I was able to place the, you know, face together. I'm like, oh, they actually look like each other. You understand? Like, oh, they actually look alike. So that's Queen Ola's mom. She was the one that was said to be dating her laughing. So if you don't know about this story before, you can pause and read it, and you know the continuation of their story. Is a very long story. The story about Dagunro's son, how she was dating Dagunro's son, how that one's wife ended up becoming Alaafin's Olori, simply because Queen Ola refused to leave her husband alone, and she already gave birth to one kid for the Dagunro's son, this guy. If you don't know, Dagunro is also a Yoruba actor. All the story is how Oba arrested. You know, all of this thing is still good. By the time we move away from all these Dagunro story, you know, this is the part 3. By the time we move away from all these Dagunro story, Gistova Gistova is a very good writer. I'm telling you, Gistova is a really, really good writer. I don't know whether Gistova write for Nollywood actors, actresses. I don't know, but Gistova is a really good writer, because I read through all of this story. Where I stopped reading was when it gets to the stage of all these, you know, buying kids and non-buying kids, with a lot of evidences coming out. By before you know it, all the king's wife, all the small Oloris giving birth to Ibeta, Ibeji. As soon as they said that those kids are coming from baby making factory, God, my God, all of these people lock their page straight away. They put their page on private. Even Queen Ola, that was still proving like, oh, I don't care. They've talked about me so many times. I still don't care. Like, I can still do this. I can still do that. I'm telling you, see, it's really, really serious. It's really serious. I'm telling you, God really bad. God really bad.
tí ọba ti kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ mi ò fún wọn fi ọba Lámìdí Adéyẹmí wọn fi wọlé báyìí wọn máa bẹbẹ lúbẹ oníkan tí ń bí ìtàn ẹyẹ wọn forúkọ bá nígbà fún wọn fi ń gbowó báǹkì àtàlọba health blogger can blog anybody.
So anyway, long story short, it got really bad. I'm telling you, it got really, really bad, because her story went on and on and on and on. Before you know it, and it started reaching everyone. You know, when they said it go reach everybody, Kabiyesi reach all of them. See, part 6, that was when I stopped. When it got to that stage, because now Kabiyesi is no more alive to defend himself. Is this real? Is this not real? Even though there are so many evidences, so many proofs, like this one, that comes from the family of Oba himself.
tó bá wọ́n téèyàn bá dẹ̀ rí nǹkan téèyàn náwó lé lórí ayaba.
Okay, so that's one of the queens, you know, one of the Olori that went to these I think Ngozi something, they call the person Auntie Joy or whatever. The story is really long, my people. I think already I'm stretching it too long. The story is really long because it's very, very long. When I'm telling you it's really long because it's so much. It's a lot to take in. That's the way I'll put it. It's too much to take in. It's too much to take in because, you know, I'm just thinking to myself, why would someone subject themselves to this kind of thing? If you really want to adopt, just adopt. Is it up to now taking someone else's kids? You get what I'm saying? Like, why would you even take someone else's kids and pretend that they are yours? Because one thing a lot of people don't know is that so many people were saying that they should leave them alone, you know, which I quite understand. We are in the world whereby it's not a village. It takes village to raise kids anymore. Everybody will be saying, oh, mind your business, leave them alone. But in all of these, the people that I pity most are those people giving birth to those children. Like, where are they? Did they do this willingly? Were they captured? And you know this movie Sole. If you have not watched that movie Sole, go and watch it on Netflix. Maybe you will understand what I'm saying. Like, these people, they will get kidnapped, and before you know it, they will get some people, impregnate them, and started selling the babies. That's what I'm saying. Like, it was really, really dark. The story was dark. But because Kabiyesi is no more alive to kind of talk about this story, that is how all of this thing went until now. The queens, the young queens, all of them, they still put padlock on their page. They are still on private, which shows me that none of them are actually ready to deal with all this thing because it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Because before you know it, a lot of people started looking for their kids. The twins doesn't look like the twins. The twins don't even look like, you understand? Like, they don't look like they are twins. They look like they are someone else's, one is older, one is younger. You will see things like that by the time. That's why I said it goes really deeper. Anyway, you guys, this is stretching too long. I just want to put the two stories together and hope you enjoy it, hope you like it. However, my content might be changing from time to time. Just stay with me because in this world we are living right now, we need to open each other's eyes. We need to actually let each other understand what is going on around us. Life is not just about gossip, gist, and things that go on around celebrity. Everything has been politicized, and a lot of all these decisions is going to affect our children and children's children. So we still need to, be around and look out for that. If it's not your cup of tea, then it's fine. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for sticking by. If you watch this till this moment with all this, my storytelling, this lover's bestie in her head, because I don't know who tells story more, me or Jesus. This lover can write, me, I can tell. So anyway, that's the way I'll put it. If you have enjoyed this video, as you're going, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share if you like it. If you haven't, please hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I upload a video. And I will see you in the next one. And sorry for it's too long. It's 2 or 3 videos in one, so it's meant to be like a very short videos, maybe about 6, 7, but please, I don't really have that time. And I really appreciate if you are watching, listen to all these long videos. We can learn 1 or 2 things from there, So at the end of the day, how do I put it? Not all that glitter is gold. Don't tap into people's riches. Don't tap into all of these things you see on social media, especially to all our young girls out there. A lot of people, is ill-gotten wealth is most of all what these people display on social media. So, and I pray as you are working hard, God is going to crown your effort. Anyway, you guys, do have a fabulous day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Peace out.
Subscribe and get that gist with the one and only DEBBIEFASHSTYLE. Yeah.